Glad you're here. Glad everybody's here. Come on in, everybody. We see you in there. Come on in. We're starting about 3 minutes late. Yeah, still getting coordinated. That's all that back room chatter. We're talking about that great review we had from Stygian Dogs. How grateful we are for them for his review of the Atlantean, or of the Shadow Kingdom, I should say. Can't wait for him to get his opinion on the Atlantean. Let me change my Facebook here while we're talking. How's everybody doing?
Yeah, good. Tired.
Tired, yeah.
I've been up all night.
In public.
We're doing great.
Oh no, Levi.
Welcome
got
to
a couple
club.
hours to sleep. Yeah. That is so weird. Yeah. Anyway,
I'll put it in anyway. So
yeah, do that and see if you get a StreamYard link.
no, it's the link. Yeah,
Right.
it's just whatever you've copied is.
No, YouTube's up. Yeah, it must be YouTube's up on the board here, but it's got a StreamYard link to it. It's real funny. Come on in, folks. We got some great stuff for us to look over this morning. Fantastic things. Excuse my phone. Every time I get a spam, now it goes off. I had to turn on my notifications yesterday. I could shut them off here. Just give me another moment. Let me get to where we need to go. Comments are open. Devil Flyer is in the house saying good morning. Good morning, Rex. Hope you're doing
Rex.
Well. You're welcome on here whenever you want to come on.
Yeah, Rex was saying we should go on his show soon.
I'm on his show this afternoon at 4:00.
Oh, there you go.
Anytime you want us on, Rex, just
he did. He mentioned it to me on Twitter last week, I think. I said I'd have a chat with you, but I forgot. Sorry, Rex.
Oh, I'm up for anything.
Yeah, but we're keen to come on. We always love coming on and seeing Rex.
As I keep saying, I'm a vampire. I go wherever I'm invited. So invite us on your show. We'll be there. Looking for those. Looking for there it is, my video stuff this morning. Couldn't find it right off the bat. I need more coffee. That's my excuse. Here we go, folks. Here's the opening.
What was that? This is not a charade. We need total concentration.
Some men just want to watch the world burn.
You like movies about gladiators?
I just shipped my bed!
How dare you?
Sell crazy someplace else. We're all stocked up here.
B-hole has it over the A-hole for sure.
Then I'm all gravy, baby.
Can't nobody tell me nothing.
Let's talk about buttered sausage.
You bunch of losers! You're working with a professional here!
Why?
Now, once again, this time, with theory.
I may have to cut that opening down.
Yeah, go back to the original one, I think.
All right. Yeah. Come on in, folks. It's Comics by Night. It is the 28th of March, 2025. So happy that you're with us, or whenever you join in, make sure you leave a note, a like, or a chat or whatever, and help us out with our algorithms. We are here just to look at great comics and great stuff and talk among friends. Old farts talking comics. Here we are. Exactly. I'm your host, Randy Zimmerman, Arrow Comics. My latest endeavors have been the Shadow Kingdom that Russ Leach did the artwork on. It's an adaptation as faithful as we can get it of Robert E. Howard's great story, first Cull story, where he takes over as king of Valusia and finds out that his kingdom's about to have a conspiracy, have the throne taken from him by a race of shape-shifting lizard people, and how they handle it. Yeah. Then the Atlantean as well. First volume is already out. Second volume right now is over at fundmycomic.com. We have 122 backers already. We're hoping for at least another 21 or so that we can beat the first episode. You won't be sorry. Issue 2 is really close to total completion. We can't tell you how proud we are of the product and can't wait for you to have it in your hands. So go over there now. There is some artwork as well.
It's a running lady.
Didn't mean to remove you there. There's a running lady.
That ain't no lady.
That's my mother.
That's my wife.
Convenient hair placement.
Convenient hair placing. Yes.
Yeah. Other than that, Arrow Comics, folks, look for us at Amazon, and there's a lot more Arrow Comics stuff coming soon. Hope you enjoy those as well. Also joining me this morning is Mr. Glenn Fleming. Glenn, please introduce yourself.
Hi, everybody. My name's Glenn Fleming, and allegedly I'm a world-famous best-selling author, but I don't believe that. Anyway, relevant to this show is my book about my visits to see the late, great genius Jack Kirby at his home in California. This has got lots of pictures in it. It's me talking with him in his studio. And you can also, speaking of studios, if you contact me, you can get a film of the event. I also draw things and create characters and stuff like that. You can get this on Fun My Comic. This is my character Hatch, and I draw things like that, paint things like that on a piece of artboard. Look at that.
Yeah.
All those stars, not flicked on, all put on individually with love and care. And sometimes I publish this, Comics Unlimited magazine, 100 pages of interviews, articles, all about the stuff we love to talk about here and more. So check it out. That's on Amazon. All my books are on Amazon. Hatch is on Fun My Comic, so check that out.
Don't go knocking those great toothbrush stars.
No, they're not toothbrush stars. They're all individual stars. You've got to know what you're doing. You can't just flick it random because it'll be different, won't it, on the next panel? Got to be the same. Got to be the same.
Hopefully, you're doing it from a different angle anyway.
Well, there you go. You sussed me out.
Not on purpose. Also joining us this morning, Mr. Russ Leach. Russ, please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name's Russ Leach. I'm a comic book artist from the UK. I'm on the Atlantean at the moment. Can't think about much else, to be honest. But if you want to find out about anything else, you can go to my website, russleach.com. If you want to find out more about our creation, the Atlantean, and how we're doing over at Fun My Comic and what have you, sign up for the email list and we can keep you up to date as to when the next volume will be out. This volume, issue 2, is currently coming towards the end of the campaign, as Randy suggested, and we're really pleased with the progress so far. So check out russleach.com and sign up for that email list.
Only 8 more days to go. Now, so joining us for a second appearance, second in a row. That's more than I think Scott Rosemary ever did.
Oh.
Levi Strauss. Levi.
I promised to write a bio. I didn't write one today. This week went by really fast, but you can check out my work at levikrause.com, spelled just like it is at the bottom of the screen.
That's all you need to say, man. That's all you need to say.
Right on.
It's all good. Weird Science. We're looking at the Russ Cockrum collections. Beautiful hardbound books shot off the original artwork. Straight from Bill Gaines' vault. Freshly colored covers by the great Marie Severin, who colored them the first time through. This book was actually, the comic itself is 1951, I believe. And the books were printed in, let's see. Of course, now I can't find a date. I think it was the late 70s, early 80s, right? Levi?
Mine is 1980, but it's a second edition.
Okay, so it's late 70s, probably 77.
That sounds about right. The interviews, copyrights, and mine are 69 and 77.
There you go. Yep, 77. Weird Science number 9. Look at that great cover.
Is that Wallywood?
It is.
Oh, yeah.
It's the first wood cover, one of many to come.
awesome tech in the background.
Yeah, he likes that curve, doesn't he, on his tech?
So
Yeah.
cool.
I think that's where Steranko stole his tech from as well. That curve.
I'm sure.
Understand what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like Kirby on a curve.
Yeah. Everybody loves wood, borrows from wood.
Oh yeah. Steal from the best.
Edit my name here. Give me just another moment. So we're still getting coordinated, folks. All part of the transparency. There we go. All right. Gets that out of the way. Weird Science number 9. And for the seal of approval, the gray cloud of death.
Look at that. Look at those boots.
Man's first attempt to reach Venus. Nice and shiny. Right next to that wood signature.
Is it Zipatone?
It is.
Yeah.
If it's not Zipatone, it's duo shade board. It might be duo board.
A bunch of different textures of
In
it.
here. It's probably duo board and some zip added on top of it. Zip back here in the background. This looks like it's painted on though down here.
Yeah, yeah.
It's duo board.
It is an interesting fact about Venus, to tell you. When we finally get to go to Mars, right? You know, Venus is sort of the other way, so to speak, nearer the sun. One of the plans might be that the first men to Mars, or first people to Mars, because there'll be women, I suppose, will be the first people to Venus and do a flyby, because they might use that planet's gravitational pull as a slingshot to Mars to save fuel. How about that?
Yeah.
Full of useless information, this program, people.
It's a little bit of white zip back here, white dotted zip for the portal.
I like the way that they look like, because he's got no reference for, because there's no NASA at this point, 10 years before NASA or something.
Mm-hmm.
I like the reference point that they always look like fighter pilots, don't they? His astronauts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like with the oxygen pipe, that oxygen pipe thing there on his shoulder thing.
It's almost an Air Force insignia on the rocket in the bottom panel.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Better that than a parachute. Yeah.
A lot of good, wasn't it?
There it is.
But look at the guys there at the sort of radar thing. Those two guys, they're like Navy, don't they? Like they're on a submarine or something with little t-shirts on, you know.
Yeah. Look, there it is. The gray cloud of death, folks. What a great ship.
Everything's fun in a hillbilly accent.
Yeah.
This is Wood at his height. He's figured it out, and he's just rolling like a steamroller from here. Just great material, great stuff.
That guy's even got one of the modern haircuts, you see, where it's up to the top.
Yeah.
My dad said that they had haircuts like that in the war because whatever you could keep under your cap, you could keep. We could fit under your cap, you could keep, and that's why they got the sides and all that. But that's a modern haircut he's got there. What, 70 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And these are great hardback editions in black and white, shot right off of the originals.
I like the way in the first panel it's sort of not back on the screen with using the tints.
Yeah. White dot zip.
Yeah.
Get some great effects off of that. It's one of the things I miss about the black and white period of the 70s and 80s is all those fantastic zipatone effects that you could get, the moire patterns, and sometimes when they're done on purpose and you know what you're doing, they can be pretty good. Other times it could be a disaster.
Look how he just decides to go out. Get your suits, we're going out, and then they're all on the engine or the outside.
Stay away from the flamey part.
Yeah. Of course, there wouldn't be any flamey part, would there?
No. It's part of the fun, though.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great. that looks like is actually, workable, believable.
Yeah. If you look at the first page, last panel, there's not very good foreshortening there. They've going down towards Venus 1.
Yeah.
It's a bit stumpy. Hey, I'm drifting. Help.
It's all that time they had to spend in space in order to get there.
Yeah.
Just great work here. You could stare at these 2 pages for a long time, get a good lesson in inking. Lesson in everything, really, sequential art in general.
Lots of
See
panels.
it's love of this stuff. Look at that shadow. Yeah. Another great panel here.
I don't think he's quite got there yet. What you said before, I think he's on the cusp of it. His faces look a bit different.
Considering how he started not more than a couple years ago when we were looking at volume 1.
That's true.
Huge leap forward.
Yeah.
See a lot of the machinery you'll see later in Thunder Comics.
Was that his first work in volume 1? I missed that.
I think that's when he started. I'm pretty sure he was doing some oddball story work for other publishers before he landed at EC.
Okay.
I don't think you got the EC gig unless you were invited in. So I learned Gaines was paying incredible rates to the artist at this point, like $200 a page.
Oh, wow. All the Mad creators will tell you that he paid very, very well.
Yeah, incredibly well. Yeah. Just think Don Martin made his living for decades doing 3 or 4 panels a month.
Oh, sure.
Or 3 or 4 pages a month.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Sergio.
It said Sergio would pop in the day before it went to press.
Yeah, that makes sense. Sure.
And he had a little spiral notebook he kept in his front pocket all the time. He'd do quick sketches throughout the month and then come in, pull the notebook out and start drawing in the gutters. Day before it goes to press.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah. But that was the quality level. We need to look at more of those great Mad magazines, especially with April coming up here real quick. Maybe we'll start doing that. I got plenty of the classic stuff. Look at all that work.
Look at all that words.
Yeah, that too.
Like
all mechanical at this point too, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah.
Except for you got an occasional hand lettered, like the
the title's hand lettered. Yeah.
Look, there it is. Titles.
And that title. Look, there it is hand lettered. Yeah.
Everything else though is mechanical.
Oh, those are just fantastic.
Depth here.
Wow.
The start of Dynamo's belt.
Yeah. Does anybody know how fast he was? Was he very fast, or was he?
No idea. None. I know there are interviews with him out there where he talks about his process, but I don't remember them. If I read them, it was a long time ago.
That must have been a really strange gig, and I've often wondered through the years how much Wally would be paid for this. Do you remember? I don't know which one. The Fantastic Four, A Blind Man Shall Lead Them, with Daredevil.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that story? A couple of stories, I think. And Wally inked Daredevil throughout the 2 Kirby books. And I just it was to keep the look, like they did with Kirby with Superman later.
Yeah.
And I just wonder what he got paid for that, because if Kirby was on, say, I don't know, $50 a page at that point, the mid-60s, what would Wally get for drawing that character? You know,
I don't know. It'd be hard to say. I have no idea. I just heard recently that he was getting 200 from Gaines.
Yeah, well, like you said,
towards the end, yeah,
he paid the top whack, didn't he? I don't think Marvel paid that kind of money.
Oh, I'm sure they didn't.
Randy, we got some chats.
Yeah. So easy to pass it by with such great artwork. Sarah's
no doubt.
Pardon me, in the house. Hi guys.
Sarah.
This is Glenn. Been a while. Yeah, a few weeks since you've been here. Glad you're here. Stopped watching Death Brace to tune in. LOL. Bit of a change. Yeah. Wow. That's a lot of art and dialogue they packed in there so well. Dang. Yep. You get a whole story. You'd get almost an entire issue's worth of story there in like 7-8 pages. They certainly don't waste any of the pages. I'm not into sci-fi, but I can appreciate this work. Yeah. Great stuff, though. Love it. Is Mr. Jack Kamen here? I believe there's a signature right there. Martian Monster.
I love the old style spaceships. They look like V1s, don't they?
Yeah.
Doodle bug things. Brilliant.
That was the style back in those days. That was
well, that's like I said before, they had no reference. There was no space race then, was there?
Yeah.
That look at panel 5, first page, middle section, second panel. That guy there looks very Kirby, isn't it? That face, the guy. Yeah. It's the Twilight Zone, isn't it? He's a Martian. He's my friend.
Sure. Yeah.
Little kid, you know.
Yep. Still about 8-9 years from Twilight Zone at this point. So Sterling probably read a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
There's so many of the old, what they consider now the old classic guard in Hollywood that cut their teeth on this material. Spielberg and Stephen King both attribute the EC lines for influencing them when they were kids.
Oh, yeah.
They certainly don't waste any pages. Yep. Nice little feathering work back here.
Yeah, it's very nice, isn't it? Very tight.
Yeah.
Look at the wallpaper.
Lovely.
Kamen's main call, though, is the little bit of horror work, crypt of Tales from the Crypt and Vault of Horror and that kind of thing. But his crime stories are really what he's known for. Shock suspense stories and crime suspense stories. Those are really his main gigs. There's a Martian.
Those are a huge blind spot for me. I've not seen much of those.
The suspense stories?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Looking good for the girl, is it?
Yeah. Can't go wrong. Anything EC.
No,
really.
Of course.
Well, except maybe some of the modern stuff, but Oni getting the license. I heard that's not the same.
Oh,
Shocked.
Yeah.
I don't even want to know.
Yeah.
This artwork's great, isn't it?
Yeah. It's amazing. Yeah.
It's really fantastic.
It's just so much more than it has to be. It's crazy.
Yeah. So unusual.
And with this, they just ramp up and they just keep going. With quality on this stuff from here on, everything's just, amazing work.
Look at that first page, the second tier, second panel where he's walking through the grass. Look at the way he's shaded that.
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
No need for a panel border.
This is all a ruse, so that he can shoot his dad and run away with his wife.
And she's
What a riot! Haw haw.
and we've got an alibi. Kiss me, Ben. I'm tired of this sister and brother act.
But then just like a quick.
So he's killed his dad.
Change, and there's a monster.
So he's killed his dad.
Sure.
Well, he was dead. Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, they
are classic JFK witness. He shoots him twice and puts the gun in his hand, and they'll think he's committed suicide.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the thing I described to the kid. Yeah.
There you go. The kid's got rocks in his head, Lieutenant. Martians, he's screwy. Looks like a suicide to me. One shot to the back of his head, one shot to the front, and it's a suicide.
Yeah.
I don't understand why the monster turned up.
Well, because it's a science fiction story.
It just turned up. Just turned up in the last panel.
What they could have done is just
randomly
just kill him.
God.
It's how you change a crime suspense stories into a story from Weird Science in one panel.
Yeah, one panel. Yeah.
Oh, look, it's an actual Martian that I described to the kid. How'd that happen? They
what
got
a
theirs,
coincidence.
Though. Remember, kids, crime does not pay.
Yeah. Get your Dick Tracy Tommy gun.
That's true. That's Sunday.
Look at the just before you turn. Look at that top tier, last page, center panel. Look at the blacks on that.
Yeah.
Fantastic, isn't it? Really good artwork.
Well, they're nefarious, shady people.
But look at the folds as well on the panel before it. Fantastic.
Yeah, it's great.
All the food.
So what they've done? They're getting the money off the guy. Why have they killed him? Why don't they just run away together?
Because they wanted to be together. Yeah.
But why did they kill him?
Acting.
Why didn't you just leave him?
Sweet.
You could have just left him to kill him.
I don't know. Don't ask difficult questions.
Right. Yeah, they're just doing it in order to get an alibi so that they can be.
Yeah, but they didn't have to kill him. They could have just done one.
Tired of this brother and sister act. Yeah. And they started back. Come on, wait. I've got to bury this ridiculous costume. What was that? It's a real Martian with multiple eyes. Crazy. Good Lord. Enough narration page in order to get proper postage.
Look at that cover. Look at that cover on that Horn of Fear.
Yeah.
What's that all about? Oh
dear.
Directly opposite picture stories from the Bible, mind.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but look what happened in those stories.
True.
He looks very shocked.
He
doesn't look shocked by what's in front of him.
It's what's he called? Lex Luthor's brother.
Yeah. I think he may have sat on something.
It's Larry Luthor.
Larry.
And that guy, look at the cover again. The bottom circle with the face in the bottom one, Russ with the blonde. It looks like him who died out of here we are and here we go. What they called? That band. I don't know. Anyway, it looks like it in
not ACDC.
What they called? They opened Band-Aid, didn't they?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Status Quo. There you go.
Status Quo. It looks like the blonde guy who died.
I don't know. From here, it looks a bit more Jimmy Savile, mate. Nalvin. Come and see my haunt of fear. Sit on my knee.
Oh dear.
Cosmic correspondence.
Look at that.
More wood. Look at that.
That's brilliant, isn't it?
Awesome.
He spent 4 weeks doing that spaceship and thought, shit, and then didn't bother with the buildings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, you want buildings in there as well?
Very hastily drawn buildings, it looks like.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter.
Nobody will notice.
Nobody cares. They're all looking at the spaceship.
Well, looking at that great ship, yeah.
Yeah, it's fantastic, isn't it?
Wood again. Getting 2 in 1 issue.
What happened there? It says, first panel, it says, ladies and gentlemen, the next voice you hear will be the president of...
The RSPCA.
They want to sell this all over the place. So it doesn't have to be a specific.
President of Cuba. That's the only word you'd get in there. You won't get United States in there, would you?
Oh, and I have to thank Glenn for making me not be able to look at woodwork now with noticing the legs, the calves on the mat.
Yeah. You're right. I was just thinking
Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, skinny trousers.
Sarah says, my brain still trying to switch from Jason Statham to Larry Luther with that Fear cover ad pic. LMAO.
He does love those calves. That's great.
I think his legs must be like that because we tend to draw like we are, don't we?
Every artist draws themselves.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's also, if you look at that top tier of the first panel, their first page, the second, the head, that's Reed Richards, and then the next guy's Peter Parker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
A little bit of Flash Gordon thrown in. Zarkov here.
Yeah. What those lapels look like? What's he called? I can't remember what the strip's called. That's that costume he's got.
Captain Courageous. What?
I don't know. I can't remember.
They look like old time colonial jackets.
Yeah. Like I said, he had no reference, has he?
Yeah, those lapels coming in real handy in deep space.
Well, that's something.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Just mystifies me about artists like Glenn and Russ that you got, and Randy too. You guys can draw, different people, so well and keep them consistent. I mean, my work's so cartoony and abstract that I don't approach anything like that. It's just, right. I don't know. It's just really impressive to me. It's wonderful.
Well, thank you for that.
Thanks. Yeah, it's probably the hardest bit, to be honest.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Keeping people looking similar.
Yep. Yeah. It is not easy to do. I don't think I've ever drawn the same character the same twice. Where I don't think I've ever accomplished that.
Right.
You underestimate your work.
Yes.
Barrier, you know exactly who it is.
Yeah, that's true.
But it is a balance.
Yeah.
It is.
Because you're constantly examining your own work at the same time.
To make them recognizable, it's just I don't know, it's not talked about enough. That's really important. It's
a lot of people. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's that balance between comic strip and illustration.
Yeah.
So you don't want to go full illustration. So you don't want to be drawing portraits of people.
Exactly.
But at the same time, you're trying to put in the lines that make a person recognizable from one panel to the next.
So
it's quite tricky. And a lot of people, you see some styles where, and we're all, to a degree, all of us that draw in these styles are do the similar things that, people tend to look similar to each other.
Sure.
Because you have a kind of an approach to putting people together. That's why people like John Buscema were so fantastic, because he could carry, you could say all his women look the same and Conan and Cole look the same, but look at the characterization he puts into, like witches' faces and demons, and then, all kinds of ancillary characters, and you realize just how much range the guy had.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's what you try to do. So you try to keep this similarity from one panel to the next, but at the same time, you want to add range into the expression and characterization, and it's a tricky line to walk.
Yeah,
But people like wood. Wow.
Look at that second page, first panel. He's trying his best to get X-rated already. All the guys have got the shirts up, and as the girl.
Yeah, there she goes. Check my
it.
pecs out.
And he's what, 24 here, Wood. He's just broken and he just can't help himself, can he?
Can't help it.
I tell you what, that conveyor belt with those two boxes, that top box wouldn't stay there, would it? On that,
no, it wouldn't, would it? Slide straight off.
Good job not building a pyramid.
They're all magnetized. Yeah.
She's magnetized. Wow.
I do like she's magnetized. I do like seeing the way technology and science is represented, depending on whenabouts you are in the last, say, 50, 60 years.
Yeah, I know.
And it's like if we would, post Star Wars, would anybody draw something with tracks like that? They'd draw a floating device.
Well, this is like, sorry, this is done in what, 1950 or something.
Yeah.
It's pre-space.
Yeah.
We're not in space for 10 years, So
I love seeing that stuff, and love seeing some of the clunky ways.
Yeah.
So like that, for instance, you just pass in that cover, or that page there, and so much of that looks like the inside of I don't know, a B-52 or something like that.
Yeah.
And yet it also has this futuristic look by putting some curves in it.
Yeah.
So if you look to the right of the guy, the far right, there it is. Under there it is. There's lots and lots of dials.
Yeah.
And that's very B-52-ish, like lots of buttons and dials and stuff. And then in the center, they've got like that curved bit over the top of that round screen.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like really, where the guy's got his headphones on.
Yeah.
The round screen and the curved bit. And that's very futuristic. Yeah. So it's like and then the curves on the ship as well. It's great. I just love it. I just love seeing it.
It's like the James Whale Frankenstein, it's alive. The way he throws those big levers to make everything work, and the electricity's buzzing. That's what makes it for me, because it's such a fantastic thing. And it's if you're thinking that, you remember those were made in early 1930s.
Yeah.
That technology that you were seeing there, the people in the theatre seeing that must have been amazed.
Yeah,
because it's he's collecting raw energy with these big levers that he's throwing, and it's going directly down the wires into the monster. It's just brilliant.
Yeah, but it's just the way that
with the Jacob's ladder going up it.
Yeah, it's the way that we look at the world. So you look at everything in different. So now we look at back in the back when science was young, back in the 70s. Oh, George Lucas is here. Bloody hell.
Hey, George. Thanks for joining us.
Back in the 17 and 1800s, you'd like the universe was seen as a clock.
Yeah.
It was clockwork. It was a machine. Yeah. And then later on, it was seen as, more recently, it's seen as a computer. It's seen digitally. And then since, the things like the Matrix in '99 was made popular, now everybody thinks, perhaps it's a simulation, and it's just the way that the zeitgeist is, moves, and the way that science is portrayed, I find really interesting.
It took Ridley Scott in Alien to show a real spaceship, didn't it, with all the coffee cups floating around? Because when we see Star Trek, it's pristine and clean. Nobody. It's like the show house at a building, house, isn't it? It's perfectly clean. Everything's nicely painted. Nothing's going wrong. And then you get on the alien, the Nostromo, and people live there because there's all bits of paper floating about, and it's full of oil.
Unfortunately, the Nostromo is probably far more realistic than the Star Trek one. Although Star Trek, as much as I love Star Trek, it always had that little undercurrent of sort of authoritarianism to it.
Yeah,
If you
yes,
think
I know,
about
yeah.
it,
Yeah.
it's you can have the wonderful utopia as long as you do what you're told.
Well, that and the fact that the first Enterprise only had one bathroom was probably a
Yeah,
problem.
I mean that must have taken a long queue.
Yeah. So want to point out the last sequence of panels here and how he uses 3 nouns for sound effects: room, broom, and bra.
The lettering on that fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah. Great stuff.
I think he's traced that spaceship 3 times, especially the second 2 panels. It was the same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good call. Good call.
Easy design though. So,
So he never was any good, that Wallywood. He's just copies everything. All this is copied from somebody somewhere else. He got that monster to go and sort the guy out.
Yeah.
What a hack. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, are they twins?
It could be. I think he likes drawing sexy pants, like we were saying. Look at that guy at the bottom left there. He just likes drawing sexy men.
Check him out.
It says those calves. I can't stop looking now.
Yeah.
They're all manly men. Yeah. Gorgeous women. It's all very 50s.
Check out my calves.
Check out my
Nice
hair.
boots.
Forever.
Yeah. Gordon here. Yeah.
He just
Very
draws nice looking
boots.
people, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He draws Hollywood.
But that's, if you think about it, like, that tight fitting sort of trouser with the loose boots at the bottom, it's very Flash Gordon.
Yeah, it is. Very Alex Raymond here, too.
Yeah.
The little great feathering work.
He was another one who was no good, isn't he? Alex Raymond.
Alex Raymond. Oh, yeah. What a hack.
What? Terrible.
Crazy. Should have just gotten into fashion design and just been happy.
Yeah, we should never have known who he was.
Yeah, absolutely. What a phenomenal inker.
Yeah.
Raymond. It's great stuff here. They come flying in, then they get shot down by the.
Oh no!
It's weirdos coming to Earth.
Oh. Mission completed. Invaders repelled and destroyed. Coming in.
America.
Oh no.
America.
Yeah.
Yeehaw.
Yeah.
Sarah says, I'm always learning so much about artwork of each comic. Russ, it puts more of an impact on the art we're looking at. I love that. Sarah says, thank you, Sarah. I prefer the grittiness in Alien compared to seeing anything on Star Trek. You're so right about realism. Someone with OCD must be running Star Trek with everything bolted down in space. Ack.
Wow, look at that guy's eyes. The slave of evil.
Yes.
Yeah. And those lights look like eyes as well, don't they?
And this is unusual. It looks like Olsen.
Yeah.
Olsen here. Signature.
Olafsson.
Yeah. Olafsson.
Olafsson.
That's somebody.
Oh, no, it's Olsen. There's no F in there, is there?
Yeah, I don't recognize. I don't think he did much other work.
I like that second panel.
Yeah.
Great effect, man.
Just running on a different vibration. First thing I can remember is the blinding light that glared down at me when I opened my eyes. Things were hazy at first. I couldn't make out anything. Then shapes began to form. People, 2 men in white coats, bending over me. Yeah, he's still adjusting his eyes here.
Getting another master class in composition.
Look at that. Yeah, look at that fantastic hair on that guy. Isn't it great, that hair?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and on the last panel as well.
Great feathering. Yeah.
Yeah, great composition, as you say. Fantastic.
Oh, it's looking very Dr. Octopus there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Manchurian Candidate, isn't it? They're giving him a gun.
Yeah.
Looks a bit Oswald-y to me.
Yeah.
Way before that.
Wow. Get the bait. Yeah, it's Manchurian Candidate, isn't it? He's been Sahan. He's been hypnotized.
Yeah. Mind control. MK Ultra.
Yeah, and that the second page, bottom tier, left panel, Dr. Octopus, isn't it?
It is. Yep. And suddenly everything went black, as though I had fallen into an empty, silent void. Interesting city.
Yeah.
Cars there.
Double-decker bus.
Yeah. National Bank.
Best kind of bus.
Yeah. What's that guy doing on the top of that building? Is it giant? Is it Galactus on top of that building? The
What's
first
that all
panel.
about? Yeah.
Where?
Second page, top panel, first panel.
Looks like there's a bloke on the top of the building. I don't know what it is.
Up there?
It's Galactus, yeah.
I think it's another spire back there.
Because it must be 150 feet high, that guy.
Quickly
I was just
drawn
going
out.
to say that, but I haven't seen backs drawn so well on those bottom two panels.
Yeah.
Got to draw a good back.
Nice look there.
That's a nice panel, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is that looks like on the top right panel, the guy that's driving. It looks like the guy from Police Squad. Nielsen.
Leslie Nielsen.
Leslie Nielsen. Don't call me Shirley.
Don't call me Shirley. Yeah,
You didn't continue.
See him saying it.
I'm surprised we didn't continue the Zipatone over here.
Yeah. There's a fire inside the cockpit.
Looks a little smoky here.
You like films with gladiators?
Exactly.
It's a big building with sick people in it, but we don't need to know that now.
Right.
Oh, he's killed him. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, but there's
Look
no
at
red liquid oozing out of the hole.
Look at what he's spat. He spat. I like the quilting on the inside of the car door.
Yeah, isn't that something? It's a little bit of padding there. Yeah, that's
gorgeous.
Very modern for the time. Yeah. Got to draw a good back. I literally just smacked my forehead, face, palming. Yeah. The perspective here.
Look at that lighting on Dr. Octopus below that. Isn't that great? For drama. Fantastic.
He's got some lighting on there, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's great.
Peter, it's come to kill you.
Don't shoot me, Peter. I'm human. You're nothing but metal and wire. Obviously, he's an android then. And a wonderful electronic brain, Doctor. I'm an electric brain that Harold Berghoff built for you. Yes, he built it. But he didn't dream of the use we'd have for it. Don't shoot. Please don't. I must, Victor, I must free myself of your evil control.
So he's a robot.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's writing this in my last minutes. The wonderful electronic computer, my brain, conceived of a perfect way for me to destroy it. The charge is set. All I have to do is press this button, and the machine will be blasted to smithereens, and I will be reduced once again to a lifeless mannequin of wire. Mannequin here split of wire and electronic equipment. Nothing more. And yet, I must do it. If I don't, someone else will use the machine for their own selfish purposes. Once more, I will become a slave to evil.
So it's the old trope, is it, of the machine having a conscience and morality?
Yeah.
So he kills Dr. Octopus.
Then he kills himself.
Then he kills himself. What a noble
That's really
man.
good of him. Yeah. The noble machine.
Yeah.
OMG, you guys and what you're saying. Because I can't read it. Andre Harmon says, better glass is needed. Guess I should buy the book. Yeah, sorry. Could be my camera, too. It gets in and out of focus sometimes.
It's doing really well today.
That's the end of that issue. Now for number 10.
Wally Wood.
Do worse than picking these up.
Oh, yeah.
I think Wally Wood heard what we're talking about with calves here. He's got baggy trousers now. He's not growing them.
Those calves are still showing through, though. Look at them.
They are,
Yeah. Well defined.
And there's the yeah, the beautiful girl, as always.
The guy ship in the back, yeah. It's got it all. What more do you need on a science fiction cover?
It's got everything. It's got everything. It's even got onion rings on the planet behind her head.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at that.
Onion rings.
Yeah, look at that kit they've got on that goes up and over the shoulders.
I like that her helmet is not completely. Yeah. It just looks like a bubble.
Yeah.
It's not rounded at the top. It's got a bit of a wobble in it.
No time for a circle template there. It's got to be more science fiction-y looking too. When it's
that's right. Yeah, it's ready for this island Earth people to put that.
Well, yeah, there's more room in there just in case she decides to go for a beehive or something.
Right,
beehive yourself.
Stop it.
Look at those boots. Look at those boots. Crazy, aren't they? You go walking on another planet with a spacesuit on and dodgy leather boots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like the way her trousers bag out, though. Yeah. And look at that shadow. Just.
Yeah.
Well done. Yeah.
I think Wally would just like drawing sexy women because there's no reason for her to be there at all.
Oh yeah, yes, heavy sales, man. Gotta have a pretty girl on the cover.
He was good at it.
Tell the book.
He certainly was. Yeah.
Well, I've got the.
Oh, look at that.
What you saying, Levi?
No, I said I've got the erotic art of Wallace Wood on my shelf here. It's pretty.
Oh right. We'd need to do an X-rated one, I think.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you would, for sure.
That'd be an episode we'd have to probably put over on Rumble or something.
Yeah. Well, if we do it, we should also do Serpieri. That's just incredible.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah. There we go.
So play red hot harmonica music in 8 minutes flat.
Oh, yeah.
Red hot.
You get red hot, but after 8 minutes, you're flat.
Just $1, though.
Yeah.
I like the guy, yippee, with his cowboy hat on.
Yeah. Lucky he's not saying, hey, buckaroos.
All your relatives are going to appreciate that.
It says, play for dancing. Then it says they'll sing with you. So if you're playing doo wah diddy on your mouth organ, there's no words.
I'm gonna sing for you to leave. Yeah.
Maiden's cry. Put that detail back here. Foliage. It's just having a ball here. Little wood right there. Little tiny dinosaurs again. He did that a lot. Williamson did that a lot too.
Yeah, little creature in the corner.
Yeah.
Observing the action.
Little guy there. Yeah. All right, men, we're down. Let's get into our spacesuits. Yeah. Let's have the elongated helmets too. It's like he drew on the cover. Yeah.
Not a bleep. Very wordy. Who's written this?
It's probably either Gaines or Feldstein at this point. Most of these are done by Feldstein, if I'm not mistaken. He started concentrating on writing here real quick.
Do you think they're typeset and then given the pages to Wallywood to draw in the space that's left?
Yeah,
I think it's all done first, like we said the other week.
Yeah, I'm sure this stuff is. Yeah. Even incorrectly, look at the spacing here.
Yeah. Or has something been taken out of there, do you think?
I doubt it. He might have ruled it funny, or the
well, if you look at the previous panel,
coloring looks like it might have slipped there.
If you look at the previous panel, it says, then I realized what our attraction was, and there's a blank. It might run over into the next panel.
Yeah, might have been. Their men were ugly, wizened little creatures. The planet's nature had played a foul trick on its female beauties. Their men were hideous.
It's me. Look at the second page, second panel. Glenn, there's something moving up ahead. I finally got in a Wallywood story.
There you go.
They spelt my name right as well.
And you got to say good Lord.
You're famous now.
Good Lord, Glenn.
Famous. At last, I've been in a Wallywood strip.
You know that those women aren't really like that. They're not seeing the real look. They're being tricked.
Yeah. It's a siren job, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're coming, girls.
Stop it.
That's what it says.
Come on, Glenn. Oh, come on, Glenn. Let's stick around. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, what's the hurry?
If I must.
That'd be more. Here we are. Congratulate me, fellas. I'm getting married. Carl, you old Casanova. Boy, it must have taken a lot of hand signs. Yeah.
Yeah, I bet it did.
Wink, wink. Yeah. This is Portland would love this. Andrea, thanks for jumping in here. Sarah, you know you've succeeded when you get Russ to say stop it. LMFAO. All out of love. LOL. Wasn't even me this time. This is a negative space. It's a gift and dance. Yeah. Of course, they're all going to turn out to be ugly. Here's a Glenn. Look, good Lord. Kill it, the hideous thing.
Oh. Oh no, he's dead as well.
Yeah.
can't help feeling there's something crazy going on here. Bob, we've got to warn him. Oh God, not Bob.
What was the tipped him off?
Herb,
I don't.
I've got it. You've hit the nail on the head. Hurry, I hope we're not too late. Yeah, poor Bob.
I've got a hunch, Herb. I can help you with that hunch. What hunch?
Lunch.
We just got to sit tight and see. That's right, clench. I feel another good Lord coming on. Get that work. Combination Zipatone and ink work. Probably a little bit of white out there.
Yeah.
Splatter. Yeah.
How do you even get to that combination? It's incredible.
One on top of the other.
Yeah.
Look at that pose there on that fourth panel on the left. And the shadow. Yeah, look at that.
Got some curves.
They're crying. Oh no.
Moth woman.
Yeah, because that goes to the end, the end twist here.
At least they got
Glenn,
away.
because they're crying. He says that's the first time I ever seen a mothball.
Ah!
Oh.
Wah, 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 wah.
That's what he said.
Thank you. I'll be here all week. Try the beer.
Oh no, he says.
Look at the on the next page. Look at the steel toe caps on the underneath the shoe. Can you see it? Little metal bit. The top, the big shoe. The big shoe's got
The big shoe. Yeah, the big shoe. Yeah,
big shoe.
he's got Blakey's on.
Yeah.
Taps.
Don Martin shoes there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Flapper-dap.
Right.
Exactly. That's right, clench. I can't even type everything I'm hearing. One on top of the other. Jeebus. You're killing me. Cliffhanger at the twist end. Yeah. Jeebus.
It's a nicely drawn jacket he's got on the right hand page.
Oh yeah.
Very
Yeah.
fine.
Easy to do. It's, you know,
Yeah. Jack Kamen again. Sorry, I read the last panel first. Holy jumping smoked salmon. It's a new ally I've invented, part of my plan. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and fame. No, I am Dr. Leon von Adele. Let me show you by a simple demonstration. You can't just pull out his license. He's got to put on a demonstration to show himself. Sarah says, better not smell like smoked salmon.
He's been watching those police things. He's refusing to show his ID.
Exactly. See, this alloy insulated the pull of gravity upon the vase, cutting its effectiveness to 1/8. Yeah. Crazy old mad professor there. Why everything coming in would be cut down to half size. Exactly, including people. Consequently, your arena would seat 4 times as many people as it does now. Your place would appear larger Then that arena uptown. It's what's the name? The Garden. That's when he says, "Holy jumping smoked salmon." He's getting more excited all the time. Just look at that expression.
Good grief, the
How's it
Expos.
getting? Yeah.
Wow.
Getting a science lesson here as well, aren't we?
This entire story, I mean, there's nothing visual about it. It's just blah, 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 blah. The art is, again, way more than it needs to be. But
yeah, better not smell like smoked salmon. If so, run. Yeah, beautiful work. Yes, it is. That's why we love looking at this stuff. Sarah says she freaking loves us. I freaking love you guys. Glad you're here, Sarah. Another great. Look at the folds here.
the art's incredible.
Yeah.
For what the story is, I mean, wow.
They just like drawing nice girls, don't they? These
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Absolutely. Yep.
You gotta have something to look about. What is the story?
Who cares?
Right.
Scientist has come up with a way of growing and shrinking things.
Sure, cool. Thanks.
Yeah, well, they
Yeah,
keep the same mass though. That's the danger.
Both seating capacity larger than garden. Previously seated 5,000. This we'd like to see. 20,000 seats, impossible. Area of arena, only 1/3 of that of the garden. That of the garden. So they're putting on shows by shrinking their audience down.
Just turn back. You missed the funny bit there. That guy, look how gorgeous that girl is, right, with that figure, right? And he's saying if you stop stuffing your face with candy, you wouldn't gain weight. I mean, she needs to gain weight. Jesus. What does he want?
He wants a skeleton.
Yeah. But look at him. She could do better than him.
Oh,
Unreasonable body standards.
Yeah, even back then.
Yeah, he's definitely punching up, isn't he?
he looks like a Groucho Marx mask.
He does. Sarah says, glad to be here. Yes.
He's got to
Yeah,
have a
great.
seriously full bank account or a seriously full pair of pants. I tell you.
Black and white, right? This is a zipatone screen here. Texture screen. This guy's got to be the showman. He's got a cigar.
Get me pictures of Spider-Man, damn it.
Exactly. And it's what that looks like, too. Just extend that nose shadow a little farther over.
Oh,
No, down on the bottom of the right-hand page, where he's going, yeah, look at that space above it.
Yeah.
Was the lettering done first on this?
Must have. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was.
I think something's been taken out of there.
Well, either that or they didn't want to continue. Jack didn't want to continue the detail up there, so he just moved the balloon up that way. Just as the 18-inch promoters were pushed past the faulty door down in the basement, Dr. Von Fidel discovered the cause of the power failure. The current was suddenly thrown on. The restorer began to operate normally. The dude in the back was, they got trampled. panicky people inside the arena tumbled out into the streets. Restored to their original size, Duke and Ace were caught before the onslaught of the 6-foot giants, and the tiny 18-inch high promoters were trampled to death. Meanwhile, in the basement, wonder if the performance is over yet. Don't worry, Doctor. There are 4,000 3-foot high people outside the arena waiting for you. The performance has yet to begin.
I can't remember where I heard it, but it was somebody who was talking about drawing Ant-Man. It was really difficult to convey size in the comic, like with art. It's really, really difficult to convey size, like differences of size. I can't remember who said it, but I did see it in an interview recently. But that might be where that story kind of suffers a little bit.
Yeah. Another haunt of fear. Picture stories from the Bible. Another letters page. Transformation complete. Completed.
Wally Wood again, eh?
Another Wood story, yeah.
Yeah, they're putting them to work.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nice rabbit.
That hand. Yeah.
He's taken the time again to draw that jacket, the material on the jacket, you know. It's great.
Tweed.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Stepping out on her husband.
It's female turning into a male. It's got a trans story.
Male hormones were injected into a mature female, that the balance is reversed. The male characteristics develop and the female traits shrivel and disappear. Uh-oh. He's discovered the first hormone blocker.
Oh no. Turn the rabbit's gay.
Got to get rid of this Lee. Terry mustn't get too involved. I've got to think of something. So yeah, he injects him.
Oh dear. Is he going to turn into a girl?
Very possible.
And she'll be a lesbian and everybody be happy.
I don't think they quite got that far. They weren't that progressive back in these days.
Were that progressive?
Oh, we'll find out, won't we?
I love her anyway. Yeah.
You haven't shaved for 3 weeks and he's got no stubble.
Lee come bursting in. I woke up this morning with tits. What's going on?
Really? Let me see.
Yeah, exactly. Whip them out. Let me take a look. I'm a doctor, you know.
Oh no.
Says he can never marry me ever, he says. Must be his his assistant. I insisted that when we had another fight, Lee went home. He left me flat. He's going to have to apologize to me for this.
Oh no, she's read the book. She's read the notes. She knows.
Oh, that's her dad. Yeah. Please, Daddy, leave me alone.
Oh, you know what's going to happen? Before you turn the page, I know what's going to happen, and I haven't seen it. Lee's turning into a girl.
Yeah.
And she's called Terry. And she's going to turn into a man.
Mm.
And then they're going to get together.
That is pretty cutting edge.
He'll end up dead, the dad, because he's the only one who knows, right? And she'll become a bloke, and he's a girl, and they'll live happily ever after. The other way around. You watch. That would have been
Weird science.
That would have been my story.
Living room was dark. There was a light on in the laboratory. I rushed in. Terry was standing there, staring at me. Her eyes were filled with tears. She clutched my lab book in her arms. Terry, give me that. You, how could you? How could you do it to him, you fiend?
And they don't have to change the names, you see. Terry and Lee.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this is good stuff, isn't it?
You're so good. You could be a writer.
I could be a writer, yeah.
Ooh,
and I could even draw it as well, maybe.
Yeah, bloody hell.
Right, I've got to go now. I've got an idea for a story.
Terry, you can't do anything now. It's done is done. I know. I can read. Terry, don't leave me. Don't leave me. Goodbye, Father.
There you go. I was right.
The one thing I had dreaded, desperately tried to prevent, it finally happened. I was alone in that big house. Moved towards my laboratory. What have I done?
Good Lord, Terry.
My gaze fell upon the lab book, the cursed book that I had bared my horrendous deed to my daughter. Picked it up, and something caught my eye, something gleaming, a hypodermic needle. Beside it, an open bottle. The label read, and androgens, male sex hormones. Good Lord, Terry. Several months later, Terry wrote me. It was a cold letter, simply stating that if I cared to attend the wedding ceremony, it would be at such and such a place at such and such a time. I went. Terry made a very handsome groom, and Lee, a lovely bride.
Oh,
weird science.
They're outside that spaceship again, look, standing on the top of it. Joe Orlando.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Crosshatched little cosmic.
Joe Orlando trying to draw like Hollywood.
Hollywood, yeah.
Really getting away with it.
Those riding pants would come in very important here in space. Yeah.
Jumpers.
Planetoid. He is too. Look at that. I bet he wouldn't have drawn that if he hadn't seen wood stuff before. Yeah.
I think that's fair. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Look at that. Imagine that. Imagine Neil and Buzz on the way, and Mike Collins on the way to the moon, and one of them says, let's do something different today. Like what? Oh, we'll have a walk outside. You know, every moment is logged, isn't it? They can't just go for a walk outside. Wow, look at that face there, the middle panel. Very strange.
Very flat.
Sarah says, yes, Sarah, it's great. The black and white, right? This is quite sorry, typos. I meant beautiful. Spelling is overrated. Hello, Mighty Geek. Devil Flyer says, hey, Andrea. Glenn, on with me later today.
Yep.
More woodness back here.
I've only ever seen these in black and white. Are they in color somewhere?
Oh, yeah. They were printed in color, mass printed. In
really?
Comic book form, yeah.
Well, I guess I'm out of the loop. Sorry.
I'm glad they're not in color.
Yeah, I agree.
That's why I love these books.
Yeah.
All of these sets are amazing.
I really don't want to see them in color.
Yeah. Well, especially 1950s printing.
Oh, sure.
Too. Everything's color dots at this point.
Or air quotes modern day coloring. Some of the recolorings are just terrible.
Oh yeah, really bad.
Yeah.
Didn't Joe Orlando draw some early Daredevil?
Yeah. Yeah, he did a lot of work for DC too, a lot of short story stuff.
In fact, didn't Bill Everett draw it first, and then Joe Orlando, and then Wally Wood?
Yeah, Everett had the assignment initially to do it, and I think I've told the story before. He didn't have it done in time for the deadline. That's how Avengers #1 got started. They had to fill that printing space. They didn't have anything else to go, and I guess Kirby was able to make a couple weeks open in his schedule. So
no, he just didn't sleep for 2 nights.
That's probably what it is. I understand. It took him 2 weeks, week and a half to 2 weeks to do Avengers 1.
Wow.
I bet he got very little sleep, but he did it real fast. Then a couple months later, So I think Jim Shooter had a blog that said that they were worried about the deadline. They sent somebody over to Bill Everett's house and found him drunk in the bathtub.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Did Orlando work on House of Mystery at all?
Did a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of short story work.
That's where I know him from.
Did a lot of Warren material back in their heyday.
I've only got a small amount of that.
Yeah. We looked at a story from either a Creepy or a Eerie that was a Edgar Allan Poe adaptation of a Black Cat. I think that he did the Black Cat.
Yeah. We'll have no way of knowing this, I doubt, but I think Wally Wood has done breakdowns on this story.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And again, they were all feeding off of each other and looking at each other's work at this point too. So he might have done breakdowns for him. I don't know. I don't know how far Joe Orlando was along at this point. I know it becomes a regular contributor from here on. Ole. See a little Teddy Roosevelt there. Wonder where they came from. You could say, just pray for one thing. Pray they don't come back and bring split guns. Okay.
Is Flit a reference to the pesticide from the 30s?
I guess. Yeah.
I don't understand what's happened. They've gone to a planet and there's all these bees and stuff biting them and all that. They get back on their spaceship. So have they taken it all back to Earth? I don't understand what's happened.
Imagine being chased from this mighty planetoid by insects.
Yeah. So what happened to them?
Prepare for takeoff. There they go. What's that, Commander? Resume the original course. And that's what probably happened. Probably seemed like to them. Only, of course, the planetoid was our Earth, Professor? And the green area where those monsters landed was the interior of Africa. It's exactly right, General. Those 3,500-foot monsters that your jet planes drove back into their ship and out of our lives, I hope. We're actually visitors from outer space, whom, for the purpose of illustration, I described as Earth scientists.
So the guys in the ship that we see, they're the 3,500-foot monsters.
Yeah, they were being attacked by what they thought were insects, and it's actually guys in fighter jets. That's why they don't,
right.
they
So
don't come
those are
back and bring flit guns.
so those guys that we think are humans are the aliens with the
Yeah.
space stuff. Right, got you.
Right.
Oh yeah, there's his footprint. They're standing in the footprint.
Right there.
What the hell?
Inspiration for a Mad cover a little later by a Kurtzman.
One of them fold ones where they fold at the back. He should say they were responsible for building the pyramids in 2 days.
Yeah.
Picking up those big rocks.
See, that kind of goes back to the trouble of depicting size in comics.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Wow.
Really hard to pull off.
Let me see if I can find that cover. There it is.
Well, it must be the only comic in the history of American comics that showed the Earth but didn't draw the United States. They drawn Africa instead in India.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wonder if that's based on that photograph of Earth.
No, because this is 1950 and that was
yeah.
1970.
Right. That's right.
Apollo 17.
That's the footprint cover I was thinking of.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Look at that. We haven't found a trace of anything.
Yeah.
That'll be Kurtzman. Brilliant.
Great stuff. That's it for this issue. Here's the artist of the issue, Al Feldstein.
Wow.
Yeah. There's another Feldstein cover here.
It brings to mind that giant foot thing. Brings to mind a story of Zero X in TV21. I'll send it you later, Randy. The guy's got these 300-foot tall. He's got big feet, and they're walking around this foot. There you go. There's the United States again on the Earth. Look.
Yeah.
Yep.
Travis in the house. Wallace Wood. Yeah. There's Wood. There's Orlando. There's Feldstein up there. Picture of him. Big monster. Yeah. Very interesting.
We got Wood.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
We're at almost the 130 mark. Shall we try to take this next issue?
If you can for me. It's up to you.
Good, Russ?
Yeah, go on, quick.
Good, Levi?
Oh, yeah.
There's Jack Kamen. Pipe and all.
Hollywood again.
The Conquerors of the Moon. It's got a selfie stick.
Yeah.
No. It's a little sign. He's banging in with a rock. Look at that suit. That's crazy good. Big lapels again. So like martial law lapels. Like that.
You just wouldn't land there, would you? It's too rocky. You'd fall over.
It'd be hard to find a flat enough space to park the ship, and you'd have to be dead on. Exact.
Yeah.
A lot different from when we got up there. I had to find a big flat plane in order to land on.
Well, he took control of Armstrong, didn't he? And flew over. The guidance system was putting him right in the middle of a rocky field, and he flew another 4 miles on.
Yeah.
That's why they nearly ran out of fuel. But as he said, it shows you how cool they are, those guys, because he said, I think he has, Charlie Duke tells him he's got 15 seconds of fuel left. And he says 15 seconds to a fighter pilot's an age.
Yeah.
Mm.
Marv in the house. Nice to see you here, Marv. Back to pointing the finger. Traditional is always the best media. Have a great day. Thanks, Marv. You too. Take care. Good art is timeless. It is. Travis, absolutely. Feathering again, that dry brush, a little bit of dry brush here. Great stuff.
That panel next to it to the right, I think he thought he was going to draw a girl there sitting on that thing, but it's that guy.
Yeah. Kind of a girlish pose there. Yeah, put one here in the background.
Yeah.
Again, compared to modern comics, this is just so much more than it used to be. It's crazy.
Yep. This is why they're so good. This is why we're looking at these and not the new ones.
100%. Yeah.
A little, what is that? A stock ticker there. See, he doesn't have to draw everything. Just draw enough to get the point across. There's no body there, just hands and front, a little bit of torso and the profile. Squeeze all that in. Why confuse the reader with a coincidence line going in and filling in? Just leave it. Yeah. It's very intelligent.
Again, the composition on every panel is just.
Ooh. Oh yeah, very much so.
I've just seen so many artists that just get that so wrong. It's just, look at this stuff, guys. This is incredible.
If you look at the very last panel, it looks like he's got no trousers on, doesn't he, that guy?
Yeah.
Which guy?
The very last panel, he's got no trousers on.
No.
Yeah.
Get your trousers on.
Quick, guys, somebody stole my pants.
It's full Winnie the Pooh. Yeah.
Don't worry, you can have them shipped.
Yeah. You ship your pants.
Yes, they've got a panel next to it as well with that lovely black on the window shade things.
Yeah.
That's great, isn't it?
Almost, with it, looking at it in modern context, looks like they're part of a microwave oven there.
Yeah. If that had been Ditko, the shadow of the blinds would have been over the faces, over the bodies, wouldn't it, inside?
If that had been Coletta, it would have been all filled in for sure.
The lights would have been off in the room.
Yeah, sudden blackout. Yeah. Poor old Vinny. We love him.
Speak for yourself. Anyway. I'm sure he was a great human being, but as an inker, he was a good surgeon. Look at this.
Yeah.
That's great.
That is just incredible.
The lovely black underneath the ship.
Some more command of his poses here. Guys. Moving.
And no pants again.
No pants. It's for the colorist. The colorist figured that out. Nice face here, though.
Could you imagine if the colorist had figured it out and thought they've got no pants on, they did them flesh colored?
I wouldn't have minded as long as nothing was showing, It's just that's the future. In the future, there is no pants.
In the future, nobody cares if you.
Look at that! Look at that sexy guy with his ABBA boots on in the center panel on the second page.
Look at that.
Look at that. Thigh high boots.
Those are some Killraven boots if I ever saw them.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a double crater. Explain to me how that works. Yeah. You know what? I feel like drawing vines. I'm just going to draw these guys real small and just put a lot of vines. They're great. Look at that.
It still is so good. It's just so good.
Shadow work. Just a few lines. Curves here and there. Yeah. Well placed.
Yeah. Think how awful it would have been, that panel without that. If it would have just been black.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Oh my lord. Oh
my God.
Reduced to spores. Oh no. Yeah. Hollywood.
We're trapped down here, back where we were in the beginning. Only this time, forever. There is no Earth to return to.
Well, their story is just unfortunately not super visual. It's just.
Look at that drawing by Jack Kamen there. How good is that?
It's incredible.
It's crazy good stuff.
It's fantastic.
Dresses with pockets. Only way to go. As you were talking about monsters that were underrated, I found it memorable. Yeah.
Look at that guy approaches and he's got his hand on his gun. Papers, please.
Just upholding modern immigration law.
What a great smile he's given him on that last panel.
Yeah.
Oh, it's that guy again with the flat haircut.
It is. Popular for the day.
Same guy.
Yeah.
Sometimes he's got a hard part. Sometimes he doesn't.
Looks like somebody tried to shoot him and it's gone through his hair.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow. Nearly got me.
You can tell he's the showman, too. He's got a scar.
Got some serious eyebrows.
Does that, too.
Looks a bit Norman Lamont-ish.
Yeah. Great folds in the jackets and clothes.
Yeah.
It's Peter Parker again, isn't it?
Yeah.
Come on.
That does look like Peter Parker. Yeah.
They just draw gorgeous women, don't they? It's just lovely.
Again, yeah.
Very 50s, but really lovely. I mean, you know, nice looking woman can be anywhere, can't she?
That's how they looked back then. Right?
Any time.
Yeah. That's your grandma you're talking about. Anyway.
Well, as you can
No,
see,
it's your
gorgeous.
grandma.
Look at that second page, bottom tier, left panel, the way that folds on that girl's behind there. Isn't that fantastic?
Yep. Coming off of her rear end there. Yeah. Draping down. Subtle. Very effective. You know, and any more line work on this, and she would have started looking old.
Yeah.
You know, just enough. Just to emphasize the cheek, a little bit of the shadow work, not much. Just enough to pop those eyes. Very smart. Don't. Good Lord. Yeah, that's it. It says it's thinking of Miss Landers. Damn you, man. Did you make a horny computer or what? Look here, you. What is this? Please, I'm thinking. We've got work to do. One can't work when one thinks of Miss Landers. Uh-oh. He is really distracted, this computer. What in blazes did you get that idea? Mr. Harmon said, forget everything he said. He was mistaken, he click. Hey, what's wrong? Say something. Bzzzt. Oh, horn dog overload. Took 10 engineers 3 days to find out what was wrong with the electronic brain. Well, you'll remember, sir, I told you that the machine must at all times be receptive, that a doubt would interfere with its receptiveness to further information. When you told the machine Harmon was mistaken and that it should forget everything he said, you instilled a doubt into its circuit. Since Harmon had the first shift in the machine's education schedule, you canceled every bit of further information it received. It took you literally. You'll have to begin all over again. May I suggest that this time you use an all-male team?
Oh, God.
Ah,
Oh,
let's not distract the computer again. Yeah. This is down left favorite. Looks like my grandma young. Yeah, there you go.
misogyny.
It's the 50s, folks.
Yeah. It was the world's favorite pastime.
Well, that was after the war. That's why there's
Yeah.
a whole set of baby boomers. Yeah.
Is that done then?
Huh?
Is that the end of the issue?
No, we got two more
Oh,
stories.
we've got one more. All right.
We got two. That's only the middle. Why Papa left home? Orlando.
Because
Get the
Mom
hell
was a
out of here.
computer.
Yeah, could be. It's a funny way to handle a lever there.
If you're going to grip something, grip it tightly.
I guess that's what it looks like. Either that or a large sucker. Joe Orlando here.
Yeah.
That feathering. Look at that brushwork here. Gorgeous. That guy's face.
That center strip there on the right hand, the second panel, looks very Ditko, doesn't it? That lighting.
Here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does remind me a lot of Ditko stuff.
Could be Doctor Strange with those big eyes and stuff, couldn't it? Floating around.
It's a nice angle there.
There's a lot thinner line on these.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a thin brush.
Yeah.
And they're working 2 up at this point too, so keep that in mind. And that though this is still larger than your average comic book.
Oh, sure. Still incredible. It's just
We're looking at your comic size. So the books are a little bigger. Nice. Just woods. Not a sign of Dr. What is that? Highbolt? It's laboratory site as it was 25 years ago.
Oh, it's the time machine.
It is a time machine.
He dragged his thing into the garden.
Sounds like someone's having a picnic. Well, I got an hour to kill. So that'll be interesting.
Again, that looks like a Ditko Parker, doesn't it?
Yeah.
yeah.
So you do go back in time and become his own father.
I'm getting a vibe that Joe Orlando, when he went into the office, Ditko was there and Wally Wood was there. I mean, what a great learning curve that would be, wouldn't it? Those people being in there. I think it's great the way that there's so many words and they get so much good art in the space that's left them.
Yeah.
That's the quality of artist there.
That's a challenge in itself. And man, getting the strip to draw, you've only got a certain amount of space.
Yeah.
Yet they pull it off every time. It's just fantastic.
That face is nice. Solid. He does, doesn't he? Yep.
It's just great. Good
And
Lord.
then one night it happened. I was lying in my bed counting my lucky stars that I'd been trapped in time by that strange trick of fate when, good Lord, zap.
He's in bed with a woman.
These could almost be called Good Lord comics.
Exactly. Yep.
Good Lord.
He's been gone for 2 years. And you met father on a picnic?
Oh dear, look, I am my own father.
He is. That's what it is.
Oh dear.
Weehaw. 2 Joe Orlando stories in one issue here.
Ooh,
Look at that.
ooh, that's a bit painful. Mm.
Wally was on vacation.
You can see the influence of Wallywood, though, can't you?
Mm.
Yeah. Look at that monster, though.
Yeah.
That's
Beautiful.
great.
It's like got its own individual texture.
Its own zip code.
The worm turns. Yeah. It's a mighty big worm.
So is that woman there his mother, and that's Martha that he's been married
Yeah.
to? Is that right? So that's
Yeah.
so his mother is his wife, and
Yeah,
he is his father.
Yeah.
He begat himself, did he?
Yeah, pretty much. I left mother crying and went out. I knew now why father deserted her and never came back. I
It was
couldn't go
me.
back. The girl I'd married while I was trapped in time was my mother. When she was young.
So
I'm my own father. Would you go
This
back?
has got Back to the Future vibes all over it.
So it's incest. Incest is okay as long as you keep it in the family.
I guess. This
Yeah,
issue's
yeah.
pushing some pretty hard boundaries there all of a sudden. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what 1951. No wonder comics got banned 5 years later. And then you go through the next issue, and there's this guy looking at you, the big flobbered up guy.
Or he wouldn't exist. I mean,
Yeah. The worm turns.
He does great hair, this guy, doesn't he, Joe Orlando?
Yeah.
But not good Starfields.
Nope. Does
yeah, those look like some of mine early work.
First time I noticed stars like that, it was a Jack Abel ink job on Legion of Superheroes.
Yeah, I've done that one. I'm not proud.
Yeah.
Kirby sorted that out, didn't that dilemma? But instead of doing 10 million stars, he did 10 million planets floating around, didn't they, everywhere?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because this stuff is obviously all the dawn of the space race, and it's just very naive, but it's brilliant, isn't it?
It is. The padding on the chairs there. Real nice. Good Lord. It's tremendous.
What was that thing Wallywood said? What you can steal or something? Well, how ironic that Orlando's stolen from Wood on those pipes and everything, spacesuits.
Again, I think that they were just kind of feeding off each other at this point.
Yeah.
You know, it's Lennon McCartney kind of gelling. I think everybody was looking at everybody's work and going, "Oh, I like that. I'm using that." Like here, you see this face here looks a lot Ditko to me.
Yes, I can
right
see
there.
that.
And that technique of the little almost half of the face, or you know, a little over half. Ditko did that a lot.
And then Vinny was brought in to ink the other two guys.
Yeah. More texture here. Brushwork.
Yeah. Lovely, isn't it?
It is. I like it. Says it's draw tomato. Might be edible, Captain. Let's take a look. Come on. That's a big balloon for
Yeah.
tomorrow. Same thing here. A lot of wasted space.
Yeah, I think you're right, Randy. I think they haven't been spaced properly, have they?
Yeah.
You know, it's
really makes you wonder what the story is behind that.
yeah. I mean, if they just dropped it into the center and the one to the right of it as well, just drop it down a bit, and it would have been great. Maybe that was done in paced up in production.
I wonder if like this page wasn't done after the fact.
Right.
Trying to keep everything because he's
weren't all of these the letters done first?
Yeah, on the majority of these.
Yeah.
They would write the story. The letterer would go through and letter the artboards. They'd ship the artboards to the artist. Would then fill it out and ship it back.
It's crazy to me. I can't even imagine. And to do such amazing work around that. Good grief.
Yeah.
It just makes it all that much more impressive.
Says this woman can kick you in the throat. Will never do. That was several minutes
I don't know.
ago. I'm sorry.
Randy's pretty tall. You got some long legs.
Yeah. Why do you guys go? Why do you guys go between British and the American dialect?
Probably because we're half of us are British.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah, that'll be it.
I grew up on a farm in Michigan.
Not everybody has to get up at 5 a.m. to do this. Andrea, it's what is it over there? 9 o'clock? No, about 8 when we start over there.
It's 5 to 11 now.
Okay. So it's like 9 o'clock for you when we start.
When we start, yeah. I think next week the clocks go forward again, don't they, Russ?
Yeah. No, tomorrow night.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, that's me.
Saturday night, yeah.
And yeah, we're pre-recorded Sunday, so we're okay.
Yeah. Won't have to worry about that. Sarah says their family tree has no branches. It's a stump. Yeah.
It's a stump with webbed feet.
Lucky it doesn't have three hands and webbed feet. Good Lord, man, look at that tomato. It's hollow inside, and I can't cut the rest of the shell open. We'll have to crawl in through this small hole. Look, sir, there's a white pulpy substance lining the hunk we cut out. Yeah. Uh-oh.
I'll go in and have a look.
That's not good.
Mm. Taste it. Not bad. Peanut butter.
That's it. He has a severe peanut allergy. It is good. Well, that solves our food problem.
It's spraying the others with the white stuff.
Now all we have to do is try to stay alive until a rescue ship comes. You hope.
Peanut allergy would sound like science fiction in the 1950s, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Spraying the others with that white stuff. Stuff is killing them on contact. The white powder disposed of the Earthmen in short order. Becker and Vaughn inside the hollow shell were protected from its lethal powder. They're all dead. Lucky for us, we're still here. It saved our lives. God, Corwin wasn't quite dead. The thing just stepped on him. Oh. What's wrong? The thing's coming toward us. It's plugging up the opening. We're trapped. We're being lifted. I can feel it. I can't stand up. Then something strange began to happen.
But it did.
Crust is getting hot. I can't touch it. The walls of their spherical prison grew hotter and hotter. Herman Vaughn leaped about inside the sphere, crying in pain. Oh God, it's burning me. I can't stand it. Keep moving. Oh, they grilled him. Trapped the Earthman writhed about inside the shell, recoiling in pain from the hot walls, leaping, rolling, lifting the 10-foot sphere into the air with their movement. Captain, what are they doing to us? They're torturing us. Good Lord, I know. Captain Becker stared at Herman Vaughn. You shouldn't complain, Vaughn. To them, we're just worms in a Mexican jumping bean. And what's so cruel about warming up a worm? Oh no, yeah. They're jumping around that grill there. Wow. That's it.
That's it.
That's all she wrote.
No, the end or nothing. Just
Black and white.
that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Well, they fried them up so that they could eat the bean later. Feldstein cover for Weird Science Fantasy. And all the different volumes they had put together at that point for the EC library. And that's it. That's the second book done.
What a fantastic book.
Yeah, well, yeah.
What great stuff. He says beans and rice. Yep. That was Weird Science. What was that? 9 through 11. 3 issues today. Next week, next Friday, we'll begin looking at the third book that covers issues 12 through 17. This classic.
Look at that.
Classic cover there. Kamen the Wallywood Mars Attacks cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get a whole month off from the last issue. Let's put them back to work.
Yeah. More great stuff on the way next week, folks.
That cover is like E.T. meets War of the Worlds. The kids in E.T., you know.
Yeah.
Very, very Spielberg. Yeah.
Staples of Life. Top typo. Okay. I think we knew what you meant. More Weird Science next week, folks. We'll be back here on Friday morning, 5 a.m. for another episode of Comics by Night. So glad you're with us today. Even if you watch us after the fact, please leave a comment. Hit that like button if you can, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications if you're watching us on any of the YouTube platforms. We are on the Comic Book Black Belt YouTube channel, the Randy Zim YouTube channel, and the Indie Comics Network YouTube channel, as well as many other platforms you found us on. Deeply appreciate you being here. Any type of interaction that you can give us over on YouTube just goes to help our algorithms to be recommended and seen by other folks. If you enjoyed this program, make sure you tell your friends. And go visit the archives at those places I mentioned before. So we've looked at a lot of great sequential art material. We've been doing this for a couple of years. Love looking at this stuff. Absolutely inspired by it. Just some incredible work by the best of the best, in our opinion. So if there's somebody that you want us to take a look at, drop us a line, leave a suggestion. We'll definitely take it under consideration. And again, deeply appreciate you being here. Levi, can you tell folks how they can find you?
I'm just going to leave this camera off because I'm doing great. Just to leviatcross.com. I've got a bunch of free comics up there. And news of what I'm up to next. I'll have an announcement in a couple of months. But other than that, yeah, just go look at some free comics and stuff. leviatcross.com.
Great. Okay. Please do, folks. Russ, tell folks how they can find you.
Yeah, you can find me at russleach.com. Sign up for the email list there. And you can also get to all my social medias there. I'm at 920 something now on the YouTube channel. It'll be really nice to get to 1,000. please. So subscribe to that if you can. I'm over on the X and all that kind of stuff. But to stay up to date with what's going on with the Atlantean and all things that Randy and I do together for Arrow, you can go to russleach.com and sign up for that email list. Thank you.
Rex says, "Hail, Travis." Yeah.
What, the
Glenn.
group?
Huh? Travis? No. Person. Glenn, tell folks how they can find you.
Usual places: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever it is, and all those things. And you can find me on Randy's shows on Fridays and Sundays. I'm on Devil Flyer at 4 o'clock today. That's English time. I don't know what America is. It 12 o'clock? Don't know. 4 hours back, I think. But mainly you can go to Amazon and get my books and magazines from there. So just put my name in Amazon and they all appear. And make sure you buy them.
All right. Folks, I've been your host, Randy Zimmerman. You can find my work at, just look me up at Amazon, criticalblast.com. List some of the stuff now. Look for The Atlantean, where good books are sold. Volume 1 is out, as well as The Shadow Kingdom. Volume 2 is currently being crowdfunded over at fundmycomic.com. Make sure you go over there and back that campaign if you can. It only has a little more than a week to go. We are almost at the same amount of backers as we had for number 1, which is really, really good for a second volume. So we want to thank everybody who's bought into that campaign. And there's also a couple of tiers over at Fund My Comic in order for you to buy everything at once. You can get a great copy of Atlantean 1. And the Shadow Kingdom that they offer over there is a very fantastic item. It's a hardback book, and the story is in color. And well worth the cost. There it is right there. I don't have a copy of it myself because I took all my copies to my last show and sold them all. Now I have to get some more. So just fantastic work. Look at that. And don't forget, folks, that campaign's going to close down in about eight weeks. And we hope that you can get over there. And if you haven't read this material before and you like great sword and sorcery material, there's no reason for you not to. You're going to enjoy these books. They're great. We're having a blast putting them together, doing the best work that we can on these titles. And we're incredibly proud of them. We deeply appreciate the reviews that we've seen the last week on Shadow Kingdom and Atlantean as well. Stygian Dog and the guy who reviewed
Eternal Crusader.
Yeah. Yep. Deeply appreciate those.
Go check out their channels and Facebook. The Eternal Crusaders over on Facebook, and Stygian Dogs is on YouTube. So just go find them. They're great.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Folks, we do this because we love it. We don't get paid for it. We're not begging you for money. We are part of the Indie Comics Network, and they have the through the graciousness of that network, we're using their StreamYard. So if there's any way you can contribute to them and help cover their expenses, we'd appreciate it. But that's as far as it goes here. Any advertising you see here is either for our stuff or it's meant in fun and jest. So we hope you appreciate that as well. Thanks again for stopping by. Thanks again for watching us. Whenever you do, leave a comment, leave a like. Any interaction, again, will help us out. Go visit your local retailer and take a look at some of the stuff that they might have, especially those old black and white magazines. There's so much great material out there just waiting for you to discover. If you don't like modern corporate comics, that's fine. Go back and look at the stuff. Remind yourself. And you do need to do this every once in a while. Remind yourself why comics are so great. Go back and read those books that you've kept since you were a kid, or that you've really enjoyed over the years, and remind yourself how great comics are, because one of the best forms of communication out there, one of the greatest forms of self-expression, in my opinion, and you just can't beat it. And it's an art form that it's up to you to keep alive, you know. Also on those social platforms, there's so much antisocial behavior over there. Try to be positive about comics. Talk positive about this industry that you love so much. And yeah, there's a lot that you can complain about. I mean, absolutely. And we do it all the time too. But try to be positive about the work. And if you find something that you've enjoyed, spread that around instead of trolling and hating on other stuff. And that's easy to do. But let folks know where the good stuff is. You know, that's the key here. That's how you spread that love. Other than that, folks, I don't know if we got anything else. Look at Indie Comics Network for all the variety of programming, and buy our stuff. Buy independent and alternate comics, especially ours. So, and we'll see you again soon. Take care. This Sunday's program, we're looking at this Sunday Funnies, 9 a.m. We're looking at Crime Does Not Pay, number 56, I believe the number is. It is a pre-recorded show, so the chat won't really be open. The chat will be there, but we won't be reading off of the chat. But we'll be live back here next Friday, and next Sunday, I believe, we'll also be live, and more Crime Does Not Pay. The following Sunday, more Weird Science here next week. Just great stuff, folks. We just love this material. Anything else I might have forgotten? No?
No.
All right. On our way out the door, we want to remind you of the immortal words of Groucho Marx, who said, pick one. Yeah.
Get off my lawn.
Said, get off my lawn. No.
Comics.
Said, if you find it hard to laugh at yourself, I'd be happy to do it for you. There we are. Take care, everybody. Thanks again so much for being here. Have a great weekend. Take care of yourselves. Be kind to each other. And we'll see you on the next one. Take care, everyone.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
And it was this desire to lead in gumball innovation that would change everything forever.
What we were trying to do was make the gumballs more orange, but what we did instead was open a rift in the space-time continuum, unleashing a godlike entity. You know, it happened.
Type of holes people prefer. Type of holes people prefer. Donut holes or Hardy's new biscuit holes?
B-hole.
Yeah.
The B-hole has it over the A-hole for sure.
Why? What do you like about it?
The a-hole seems kind of small.
It's great.
I just don't like the A-holes.
B-holes are tasty and flavorful.
The A-hole is nasty.
A-hole tastes funny. I guess I'm just kind of a B-hole kind of guy.
Introducing biscuit holes with icing. The best kind of holes money can buy. New at Hardee's.
In the time before Atlantis sank, when the lands of this world were savage and untamed, one man would claim his destiny, seizing his place as a king. After defending his throne and learning the devastating truth of the Serpent Kingdom and its deadly cults, King Kull in his right hand ruled the Spear Slayer, make a solemn vow to hunt down and destroy the hidden empire of these serpent demons. These are the tales of those journeys. This is the Atlantean. Tales inspired by the brilliance of Robert E. Howard, featuring his first barbarian characters as introduced in the pages of his classic tale, The Shadow Kingdom. Each volume contains beautifully painted covers and around 50 pages of original black and white art and story, featuring classic sword and sorcery adventures you don't want to miss. Join us on these epic adventures and sign up now for news with the email list at russleach.com. Bring your axe and prepare for battle.
Joke's on you, bitch. I love this shit.
What was that? This is not a charade. We need total concentration. Now, once again, This time, we...
Ship my pants? Right here? Ship my pants, you're kidding.
You can ship your pants right here.
You hear that? I can ship my pants for free.
Wow, I just may ship my pants.
Yeah, ship your pants. Billy, you can ship your pants too.
I can't wait to ship my pants, Dad.
I just shipped my pants, and it's very convenient.
Very convenient.
I just shipped my drawers.
I just shipped my nightie.
I just shipped my bed.
If you can't find what you're looking for in store, we'll find it at Kmart.com right now and ship it to you for free.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the honey sauce. Taste the